How long does it take to receive a tax clearance letter? After you submit a federal estate tax return, the IRS issues you an estate tax clearance letter. Before an estate can be settled, this letter, which attests that the IRS has received the estate tax return, is necessary. How long does it take the IRS to send an estate tax clearance letter? It is a common question from clients, particularly those acting as executors of a loved one's estate. Timeline for obtaining an estate tax closing letter. The federal estate tax return form that must be submitted to the IRS is IRS Form 706. 9 months after the decedent's death is when the filing deadline falls. It is possible to request an automatic 6-month extension for filing the return, but this does not extend the deadline for making any potential tax payments. The IRS will need more time to process and review the return after it has been filed if Form 706 is filed late. Following the filing of IRS Form 706, the processing of the return and its entry into the IRS database typically takes 6 to 8 weeks from the date the IRS receives the form. For returns that are accepted as submitted, have no errors, and have no unusual circumstances, the IRS notes on its website that it will take 4 to 6 months to get a closure letter. However, the IRS often doesn't issue an estate tax clearance notice for anywhere between 6 and 9 months after the return is submitted. It takes longer if the return is audited. You can get a notice that the tax return is being audited instead of a tax clearance letter. If the estate tax return is unfortunate enough to be audited, it can take the IRS another 4 to 6 months to finish the examination and issue an estate tax clearing letter. An audit's completion time in more complicated circumstances could range from an additional 6 months to several years. There is obviously a need for patience. Why is an estate tax clearance letter necessary? Any real estate that a deceased person held would be subject to a tax lien. There is no need for a recorded notice because the tax lien attaches to the property automatically. Due to this blemish on the title, the executor is unable to sell the property until all estate taxes, if any, are paid to the IRS. The way the federal government ensures that it obtains the unpaid taxes is through liens. Only after the taxes are paid is the lien lifted. If you have questions regarding estate taxes or any estate planning concerns in California, please contact the Schomer Law Group by visiting www.schomerlawgroup.com. Don't forget to hit subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos.